30 to 35% of our GoDaddy merchants use WooCommerce. That's one of the statistics that we have. And what we know based on that is many of them are going to have, many of our small business owners are going to need to be able to not only showcase their products, but be able to take payments on and be able to reconcile their books as well. So part of our journey is going to be about how do we help these customers go from idea to being able to collect the cash. And I think that's one of the things that we want to make it as seamless and as fast as possible. We want to be able to do that in minutes as opposed to things that can take days. Payments is one of the hard thing because each country has different regulations. They have their own laws, and then there are KYC requirements, there are KYB requirements, and some of these things are things that we don't always think about. But what we want to find is how can we as a GoDaddy platform, as an Airo Builder as a platform, can make a lot of that journey much more seamless, much more easy. So that's what we are trying to do is find ways to get the customers, our small business owners, to go from idea to collecting the payments and start the cash flow. Because as we know, cash flow is the king. That's how the businesses survive or thrive or not. And so we want to make sure that they are set up for success. So that's the idea.
Yeah, and I think something that we've already been seeing with the prompts is that a lot of people are trying to build either e-commerce sites or sites where they accept payments. So to accept payments, you don't need to necessarily be an e-commerce website. Even if you're like a fitness app or a consultant or someone who does online appointments, you can still want a system that helps you accept payments online. So let's see if we can hack the system and do that.
Yeah, let's do it. I did actually create something already because I was trying to figure out, what are the different types of payment providers in the different region and how we can look at that. Now I want to look at how can we integrate with Stripe. So what I'm going to do is use the same integration and ask Aero Builder to change that now to integrate Stripe. Because one thing that we know businesses need is not only build it once, but sometimes you have to build and change your mind and go a different direction and things like that. So that's what we're going to try to do is we're going to make our implementation switch from checkout.com to Stripe. And so I'm going to try to figure out how to share my screen here. Like I said, I did an integration with checkout.com, and what it does is we still need API keys and stuff, so we didn't quite go all the way. But I'll show you real quick what it does. It basically goes through, integrates all the APIs and everything, and then creates this placeholder document, MD file, where it'll give me the instructions on what I need to do next to finish that. It includes all the things like how do I test it, and this is basically what checkout.com has given as a guidance on how to test it. So all of that is brought together and you have all of that sitting here, and all you need to do is follow that and finish it. So that's kind of the idea. So we kind of taken it quite a bit further, and that's what we are able to do. But now we're going to try and switch and go try to integrate Stripe. So let's ask Aero, let us switch payments to Stripe, see what happens. Because in this case, what I'm hoping is it'll take out the checkout.com integration and then replace it with Stripe. So that's kind of the idea. I think it'll have to do refactoring of the code to basically replace what exists for checkout.com. Take that code out, put that new code in, and hopefully that gets us what we want. So fingers crossed. Let's see how this works out.
Yeah. What kind of website do you have here? It's a souk artisan.
Yeah, I decided because I was asking you earlier, okay, what kind of website, is the checkout.com available in UAE? And so I'd said, okay, give me a website that is going to be basically making the authentic craftsman products in UAE available to anybody that wants to buy online. So that was my problem. Let me see if I can go back to it. Yeah, UAE is rich cultural talent with global audience by showcasing and selling unique handmade products. So that was my prompt. So that's what it's created. Let's see. We're waiting. We can quickly look at it. There you go. This is one of the things that I definitely want us to figure out as a team, because we are working on a live code, especially when the agent is doing its thing. It's continually hard loading the the service. And what that means is any change will reflect and then immediately will refresh the page. So then browser is going to refresh and show you the new version. It's a good in a way for the development, but our next step, we're going to start changing where the preview is only for the you as a builder. So it'll definitely not make a big difference for the audience that you share it in. Because when you share, it'll be a published version that you can share and not the preview version. This also helps us address some of the security concerns and other things because we now limit what is available to the global audience, which is only the published version. So makes the sandbox much simpler, much clearer. So that gives us a pretty good path for us to be able to simplify that. But that should change that. But right now, because it's hot loading, you can see what you're seeing here. But yeah, this is the website I created. It's showcasing some of the products. I don't even know what
Mm.
all of these are, to be honest. But it looks like it definitely picked up the right things, right products for us. And it did also create a, good, heritage page and things like that. So that's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
So as you can see, I think agent started working on it. I think let's see. Okay, I need to install Stripe and update success page to handle Stripe session ID. So that's what it's trying to do. And then it knows that in order for us to work with Stripe, we're going to need a Stripe API key. And so what it is going to say is, okay, we need to create a new Stripe secret key. Its value. This is what we need to get it from Stripe. I have successfully switched the payments to this, updated that. And so what it is telling me is now all I have to do is go to stripe.com, sign up for the API keys, and then we should be able to start connecting from there. So let's see what the process for sign up is. So this is one of the challenging parts of this journey is going to be that. So navigate to developers and API keys. So let's see if we can find developers. There you go. And then API keys. Oh, I need to sign in with, let's try Google. Sign into Stripe. Yes, let's do it. Continue. Google Auth. All right. Create an account. What did we call our business? See
Souk
if we can
artisan.
discuss my not there. Yes. Okay. Website. How do you want to start? Let's just see non-recurring payments. Go to sandbox. 2 to 3. Now I want to find my keys. So where would those keys be? Do you see any API anywhere? Look at that. There you go.
Okay.
Create a key with specific access limitations and greater security. This is publishable key. This is secret key. Go ahead.
I wonder if we should be using the publishable key or the secret key.
Okay, let's see what guidance we got here. Replace checkout dot comes from premium processing, updated API. Okay, stripe.com, secret key, secret key.
They want us to copy both the secret key and the publishable key.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay.
If I copy and paste it in the chat, will it just automatically update it? Probably.
We don't want customers to do that. In fact, this is one thing that we're trying to do is secrets. We want to keep them, very specific. Stripe secret key, use Stripe secret key. Let's try to use. So this way, what we've done is because the secrets, if you put in the chat, if it goes to LLM and all of that, then it can get exposed and you basically are not in a good place. So what we're trying doing now is finding ways to reduce that kind of exposure and then use that to inform our Airo Builder application that we already have that information. Now you can use it from there as opposed to from the chat. So now that I added it there, it knows, okay, secret successfully added. Let's continue. It's trying to basically finish the process. So let's see what it does.
It took a few steps, but at the end, it took 5 minutes, I think, to complete it end to end.
Yes. Yeah, I think it went through. Let me see. I might have time logged here somewhere. Yeah, 2 minutes, 38 seconds. That was the initial time it took for us to basically replacing what was there from checkout.com with the Stripe. And then once we added it, now it's got that. Okay, so now everything is ready. Thing test the checkout flow. Do you want to try to do that?
Well, this is amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, look, it's given us the card as well. How to test. Browse the products, add a cart, and then this is the card.
that's very neat.
Yeah. Okay. That that's not a good color, but we'll not focus on that right now. It's not looking good. Okay. It's doing something. Let's give it a go. Okay, visit your site. Okay. Scroll to featured products. Click add to cart. And then it says view. Okay, let's say that
And then it would try to fix that basically.
try to fix it. I think what it was trying to tell us, like the guidance was that, hey, did it work or did it not? And so I'm just
Mhm.
what I know. So it's gonna check it out.
Yeah, and I think these details are really, really important because sometimes as a business, I mean, yes, from the first prompt you get something, but you need to dig deeper and make sure that every single thing on your site is
Yeah.
working the way that you want it. And if you run into an issue, just ask Aero Builder to help you fix it.
Yeah, that's one thing that we need to make sure that our customers are able to understand and continue to learn is Aero Builder can take your instructions. It can, you can ask it anything just like you would talk to your developer friend or your web designer, because the builder is able to understand instructions. It's not always going to get everything right, but if
Mhm.
you see something that you don't like, or some error that you see, okay, we need that to be fixed, you definitely want to basically instruct that this is what the problem is, and then it'll take it and address it as well. So that's a flow that I think we definitely need to see our customers use more and more. All right, it says what I fix import card component, well, whatever, and etc. etc. So card badges. Well, okay, let's give it a try again and see what happens this time. Okay.
And do we need to republish every time we make it?
No, because we are still in a test, in a development mode, and I'm not going into the published version yet at all because it's not even published. Right now, it is still saying
Mhm.
published, which means even the first time publish hasn't happened. So
Mm.
everything we are doing right now is in a sandbox in a local mode. So this is simply doing everything on the local. Oh, it looks like somehow my previous attempts have landed all the things in the cart. It just wasn't showing up properly.
Mhm.
Let's go remove one of the item, two of the item. So let's get some hand painted ceramic bowls and engraved copper cup. You want to check out?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Okay, look at that. All right, Nada, we're going to send something to you. I'm not paying for it, by the way. Failed to create a checkout session. All right, let's tell our builder. Cart works, cart opens. Let's see what happens.
Yeah. And it's a trial and error. And I think, correct me if I'm wrong, as time passes, the Aero Builder is going to be smarter and people don't have to go through all those like loops and loops and loops.
100%. We are going to try to reduce some of these steps. I think one of the things that the team is introducing now is concept of skills. So for
Hmm.
different kinds of actions like these, we're going to create skills. So if like one of the skills that we actually released today is the authentication skill. So most of the customers are going to need auth skills, and what we want is figure out how we can give them an authentication without having to go through multiple turns. And so this would be basically a way for us to look at what's needed there. All right, let's see what it says.
We are missing the secret key,
Oh,
the test secret key.
no, it means you're using publishable key instead of secret key. Oh, look at that. How helpful is that, Nada? Isn't that awesome that it's telling me that? So we need a secret key. Publish
Okay.
that. What is it saying? Hold on. Let me read it. Make sure. How to fix. Go to Stripe, find secret key, now, and click reveal test key.
I think it's over eh, here, secret key.
Okay. Secret testing key. Once you update a secret with a test key, it will work. Okay. Let's put that here. Update the secret.
Interesting. I wonder like how would it calculate shipping though? If I'm like say,
I don't know. I don't think we have given it the shipping part, have we? Let's see. That's a good point. Like it needs to be able to know what's the starting point and end point is to be able to understand how much to charge for shipping, right?
hmm,
Unless it's doing free shipping like Amazon or somebody. I'm guessing it's not, but well, no. But this is good. I think what I like is the guidance it's given is so specific that there's a, less, it's not something that like you need to be seek, super technical to be able to understand. And you should be able to really work with that. So I think seems like, that'll be, that will take care of the, anytime you run into problems, it'll give you nice guidance. Okay, let's see what happens here. Okay. Ta-da, ta-da. Oh my God, look at that!
Wow, it's
The
working.
physics.
I am shocked. Oh, this is amazing.
There's a pay with link as well. I didn't. This is a Stripe product. I didn't know that. Do you know this?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a Stripe product.
Hey, I did miss that. This is not
No, you know why? Because the first page that we actually saw before this is the checkout that is built into Airo Builder.
Aerobic.
This page is
Oh,
the Stripe
okay.
page.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, let's see. I think it gave me some temporary credit card to use right now. Ta-da. Six and 1, 2, 3
Let's do it.
to buy. Is that correct?
Yes, it is.
Oh,
Congratulations, Bala. You got your first order.
congratulations! My God, we shipped something. That's
Yeah,
fantastic. Shipping confirmation, what's going to happen next? You got all of that. So fantastic. We
that's
got
so
Stripe
cool.
integration done. But yeah, I mean, this is the beauty of it is I think we are able to navigate through the process pretty quickly and it can create the outcomes that are so delightful because even though there was like steps that, I mean, even I'm doing like very first time, I have not done Stripe integration or anything. I'm able to navigate all of that without having to go through a lot of like I do a discovery, this, that, or other. Everything is brought to me. So now I'm able to follow it through and finish it. And it does give me the power to be able to feel like, oh my God, I can do anything now. So
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
awesome. I think the other part that I like is, navigating the process of beyond the test setup and everything. So that's good too, because many times I think, especially for financial parts, these kind of things, it takes a lot of time for even a good developer to go find out what to do. New country, new regulations, all of that. But this is actually a good way that we're able to see that it gets done pretty nicely.
No, I'm so happy. And I think this also gives a chance for our small business customers or anyone who wants to do e-commerce to understand that as much as we want to simplify e-commerce, there are certain steps that you need to take as
Yeah.
a small business to be able to get there and sell. It's not a wand that you're going to, twirl around and poof, you're going to be selling online. You have to figure out your payment provider. And this is just one step. The next step is going to be shipping, like how now you got your first purchase. Congratulations. How are you going to ship it to your customers? So you also have to figure this out. How are you going to take the shipping cost and integrate it into the cost of your product at checkout? And like, how are you going to differentiate that? Are you going to accept payments from all over the world? Are you going to ship all over the world? And so on. For e-commerce customers, if you're a small business, you want to sell online. Yes, we want you to sell online, but we also want you to be able to understand all the small steps that you need to do. We are going to try to make it as easy as possible for you, but you still have to do a little bit of work from your side to be able to get there and get those sales going.
Yeah, especially I think in regulations wise, different certain countries you'll have to do more than others, but in general, you have to do know your customer KYC at
Hmm.
minimum. So I think there's a definite need for us to be able to help through that process as well. But what I like is we're able to make that process, bring it to you as opposed to you now having to go Google search and do all the stuff. Even though I did once, it was definitely not what I would like our customers to be having to need to do that. We need them to be able to make it, you know, yes, it still needs to be done, but make it as easy as seamless to and bring to you in a meaningful way that you're not struggling, and as a result, you're just giving on a one step up the your business journey because I can't figure this out. So that's again, every one of these things is what's going to matter, and I think we're going to try to reduce that friction and make it much easier for you.
Exactly. Let's do shipping the next time. Like next
Let's do it.
video, I want to do shipping.
I
Okay.
love it. I think we're finding new ideas every time we talk, so this is actually exciting.
Thank you so much, Bala. Thank you for your time for this great demo. And yeah, I can't wait to see what people are integrating with and if it's working for them.
Let's do it. I think I'm looking forward to see like, few early integrations of different kinds of checkout. So let's do it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.